mistakes, that's why you live and learn. Said I wasn't there, but now y'all watching and y'all see me now. Take it to the crib and wipe his nose like I was CD Lamb. Was at my lowest point in life, so shit can't ever keep me down. Reppin' for my city, Dallas, this gon' be that Lucas show. Now I'm blowing up like the whole squad of
So Abilene, Texas, bro. What made you
Texas.
come to Dallas, the Arlington area?
DJing, booking
DJ?
shows and shit, man.
Did you start over there then?
No, so I was living there, but the first shows I ever booked were I did a Texas tour in like Dallas, San Antonio, Houston. I never even like DJ'd outside of my bedroom at that point. I just
Damn, you went straight to the big city.
yeah, man.
Are you DJing
yeah.
for artists or for just yourself?
So I was the first person that booked Suicide Boys like headliner shows out here in Texas.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Major.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, kind of just like
You just went straight in, bro.
straight into it, man. The way that came about was because I, coming into the game, I was dropping chop and screw mixes on SoundCloud. And then from there, I did like a 45-minute mix of their music, and they found it and hit me up on Twitter and were like, hey, are you the dude that made this? And I was like, hell yeah, like, why are y'all hitting me up, you know?
Yeah, what the fuck?
And
you think it was fake in the beginning, or?
No, I knew it was them because the whole
through social media, like.
yeah, they hit me on Twitter.
Oh, Twitter,
yeah,
okay,
they hit me on Twitter. So they hit me up, gave me my props, whatever. A couple months down the road, they were like, hey, we had a company book our shows in Texas, but they don't think we're gonna sell, so they dropped us. Can you help us out? I don't think they really knew anybody else in Texas at the time, like promoter wise.
Yeah.
And they just knew I was a DJ. I wouldn't even consider myself a promoter at the time,
Yeah.
And so I basically pulled those shows out of thin air, used my connections on Twitter, just because I was paying attention to everything mainly going on in Dallas.
Okay.
I was paying attention to everything going on at the time, all the shows, who was DJing and who was booking and stuff like that. 'Cause I was learning. And so I used that knowledge, booked the shows. We ended up selling all those cities out, and then just kept the momentum going from there, man.
Damn, that's a crazy ass story.
That's crazy, bro. Just to be the start of your career, DJing career, and promoting career, anything.
Oh, definitely, bro.
Era.
Yeah, I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
For sure, because like, who did you book with? Was it different people in different cities, or was it like one person?
So my homegirl, her name is Bi Breezy. She manages Peso Peso now.
Okay.
She was Houston was the first show they wanted me to lock in before they even asked me to do Dallas and San Antonio. So I hit her and I was like, yo, this is the play. Let's get these guys booked. And at the time she was managing Dice Soho and Trill Sammy as well.
Oh, shit. That's when they were blowing up.
We had all of them on that tour. It was crazy. It doesn't make sense when you think about the sounds and stuff like that. Yeah.
Wait, what year was this?
2016.
Okay, so that's when Trail Sammy and Daiso were like blowing up, right?
Yeah, and same thing with Suicide Boys. That's right when they linked up with Puya and stuff, and
crazy up to the top.
Yeah.
Crazy ass timing, crazy ass.
Yeah,
fun.
so me and her ended up like just splitting the cost on the tour, and me and my boy Kisco, who was like my partner with booking all these shows after this, we fucking hopped in his mom's car and just ran these shows. I DJ'd them myself, and he ran the door. So
damn,
that's how it broke down.
That's crazy, man. So when did you start wanting to be a DJ? Was this like just natural, or is this anybody in the music in your family?
So I come from a real musical background. My dad and my brother were both in drumline, so I was also in drumline. I grew up playing drums. We all played guitar too, and then my mom and my stepdad were both just like super big into music. Got introduced to hip hop at like a super young age because of my stepdad. He worked in the oil fields. He'd be gone all the time. He told me not to go through his shit. I went through his shit and started listening to all the CDs that he had, and that's why I got introduced to hip hop at a super young age.
Who's the first artist that you were like, oh shit, this is I fuck with him?
Man, as far as hip hop goes, dude, out of my dad's collection, it was like Fat Pat and like Old Dirty Bastard and Wu-Tang Clan and Biggie and Pac. That's just hip hop though. I listened to everything at the same time. So it's also how I came up on like Prince and Rick James and all kinds of stuff as a kid.
Yeah, that's great.
So whenever you were just like, I want to get into DJing, they were pretty supportive being so musically inclined?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Because, you know, the route that I was in as a kid was, you know, I was in band.
Okay.
Since I played guitar, I played in like hardcore bands and stuff like that. I never really thought of doing anything DJ related as a career. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to go to a school for drumline and then learn how to be an engineer. That was like really what I wanted to do. You know, when I was like 17, like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up?
That was your plan?
Yeah, that was the plan. And then, you know, ended up not going to school, just working in kitchens. You know, I was working in kitchens, and then started DJing. I was like fresh out of jail, you know. I had got like a petty little weed charge, went and sat this shit out. Fresh out, needed a job. My homegirl Sam back in Abilene gave me a job. We used to have these like little sketchy game rooms back in Abilene. They were like, you know, at gas stations, how they got like the touch screen fucking slot machine? It's like that, but like 40 of them in there. And then one employee running the whole building because you just got to work a cash register. And I was just on my fucking laptop, like watching Netflix and anime all day. So I was like, you know what? I got all this music on my laptop that I've been downloading over the years because I was always just a nerd about the music. I was like, why not start learning how to DJ? And downloaded Virtual DJ and started chopping, screwing shit. That's how it started.
Nice.
So boredom, if you will.
Bro, honestly, like I've always wanted to, like that was one thing I regretted, like growing up in a big city, is that I always wanted to grow up like in a small country.
Man, it's got its ups and downs.
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
know?
saying, you know.
It's got its ups and downs, especially in a place like Abilene. It's been growing tremendously the last like 5 to 6 years. I'd say I've seen like the most progress over there, you know, with like more businesses, more culture coming into the city.
Yeah.
You know, there's an Air Force base there, so it's like a cultural melting pot out there.
Oh yeah. Bro.
Yeah. But it is still mostly like conservative old white folks and shit. Right
Yeah.
Country,
You know, it's changing. It's changing.
So then you said you worked with the kitchen, so that's where it came about with you going into chef as well, being a chef.
Yeah, dude.
Because you mentioned you had a catering tomorrow, right?
Yeah. I gotta go cook a bunch of tacos.
What type of food do you
man, a little bit of everything, dude. As far as like stuff that, you know, I cook for people. It really just depends on
what they want,
what I feel like. If it's a food that like I've never had before and I want to experiment with cooking it, I'm like, damn, this is kind of good. Let's sell it, you know?
Yeah. You know my friend Michael G, Chef Mike G, right?
That's my dog, bro.
For us?
That
been
is
on him
my
for a while?
dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
I've been knowing him since we were in middle school.
No
we grew
way.
up together.
Bro,
Yeah,
Mikey is one of the most pure human beings on this planet, bro.
For us,
like,
man,
I love that.
I had him
man.
on the podcast. He was probably one of our first guests that we had.
That's sick.
Yeah,
That might have been the first time I saw y'all's name, honestly, because I've been knowing Mikey for about 2 years now.
2 years? No,
Yeah.
I've been on him since middle school, bro. We talked about it in the podcast, but man, he was always focused in being a chef, you know. That was his vision since we were young, bro. Like,
of course.
And I saw that from the beginning, even like from I think freshman year or sophomore year. We always had night class together, so we would always like leave high school, go eat somewhere, and then come back, try to finish night school.
Oh wow.
So I think he took night school because he had to take it because of culinary school.
Oh yeah.
Culinary class.
That makes sense.
And me, I was just trying to graduate early.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, we would always talk about our dreams and shit, future goals and shit, and it's crazy. He's living
doing it, man. He's doing it, bro.
He was locked in, bro.
About to open his own restaurant and everything, dog.
Yeah,
like,
I always
he's doing
envy
it,
that
man.
in a good way, you know, where like I always envy those people that had that.
Even at a young age.
Yeah, at
being
that
able
young
to
age,
just-
have
They just
already
knew.
that knew what they wanted. You know, it's like
because I didn't have that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I know I wanted to do something with music. I didn't know what the fuck that was. You know, the only reason I was working in kitchens was because, you know, the household I grew up in, I was the oldest. I had 4 little sisters, so I was having to like cook dinner at a young age for the family and shit.
Oh, wow.
And so once I graduated high school, I was like, I like cooking. Like I really like it. You know,
Yeah.
so started working in kitchens, but not like fast food. I was always working in like high-end kitchens and steakhouses and stuff like that back home in Abilene.
okay.
Hibachi chef and shit for a little while. I did all kinds of shit. Yeah.
I could throw it down in the kitchen, but I don't think I would be able to do the chef lifestyle. You know,
It's
that
a
pressure,
pain,
that
man.
pressure that you have,
Especially like, you know, for someone like Mikey in like a head chef position and like going and opening multiple restaurants and stuff like that, like I applaud that man so much, bro. Like that fool's hustle is unmatched.
Yeah, no, he's opening up a taco shop.
I know,
right, too?
man.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
we're plotting on a grand opening party.
Yeah, I'm a big taco fan, bro. So I think I haven't texted him this, but I'm like, bro, I'm a big critic on your tacos, bro. Cause like
he wants
you
people
can't
like
just hop
you
on
there,
the
bro.
tacos, you know, you can't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah.
Is he gonna do his own twist, like Peruvian twist, or is he gonna stick to like?
Not necessarily Peruvian. I don't want to speak too much, you know, because it's not my play. That's more so for him to speak on. But as far as what I think I can say is, you know, me and him talk about food all the time. We talk about food and music. That's all we talk about.
Yeah.
And
He's
one
a
of
big
the
Doom
things,
fan, right?
yeah, super big Doom fan, bro. Probably the biggest Doom fan I know.
I know.
And
I didn't even know of Doom until he like
Put you
just
on.
keep mentioning about it. I was like,
for
let me hear
real?
his music, bro.
Hey, that's how it goes, man.
Yeah.
Especially for artists like as niche as Doom. I get it.
Yeah.
But as far as like what he wants to accomplish with the taco spot is one of the main things that we complain about is there's not like a go-to taco spot that at least me, him, and the homies can agree on that has like the top 3 aspects of a taco, like good tortilla, good meat, good salsa. It's always one or the other. One's missing.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know, and his whole thing is trying to nail all 3 of them. That's like
Yeah.
what I think he, you know, what he. I know that's one of the things that he wants.
I'm
out
just
of
trying to
it.
find one that's open at 4 a.m., dog. That's all I'm trying
Hey,
to find.
that's yeah, man. You get something at 4 a.m., you get what you pay for. You know, it's
Yeah.
slim pickings past fucking midnight.
I know, bro. That's literally the only time I ever eat tacos, bro. Like, that ass 4 a.m., 3 a.m.
Man, I hate that. Like, I was just having a conversation about this yesterday about like getting, you know, as a DJ, I don't get home till like 3, 4 in the morning. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Get it,
really
yeah.
trying to cut that out, that eating late, because
Yeah.
it, you know, it's, you know, I want to lose some weight and get my health in check and stuff like that. And I feel like that's I put that into practice last night when I got home. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go eat what's in the fridge right now. I'm gonna sleep for dinner, and I'm gonna wake up and eat some breakfast.
Yeah, that was a big thing and change for me with my diet. Not eating late anymore. I cut that out like at least a year and a half ago. Where like I was eating late all the time, and once I quit that, it changed big on my diet.
It's
It's
hard.
hard, especially with you working so late. You're just like, man, just
Nah.
got off, you know.
Seriously,
this
and I'm
and
always
that.
on the go too. You know,
Exactly.
I'm bouncing city to city, so it's like, you know, sometimes I gotta grab something quick and easy, and then hit the road and go straight to my gig. You know, stuff like that.
No, yeah, that's crazy, man. How did you make your connections with artists? Is it just like through DJ in certain cities, or?
Man, just staying down, dude. Staying down, booking what I could at the time. You know, artists that were within my budget and that I think would sell and stuff. I'd say that first year of me doing anything in the public eye was me and my boys back in Abilene, like knowing who we should book in each city, just paying attention to everything, and then from there, you know, I was essentially giving myself a platform because no one knew who the hell I was. You know, I'm just some DJ from the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Gave myself the platform, and then I started letting these other promoters book me. I took a break from booking shows for like 3 or 4 years. I was just getting booked, and because of certain promoters and certain shows that I was attached to over the years in like Dallas, Houston, Austin, Atlanta, what have you, it was stepping stones.
Yeah.
Stepping stones.
So you're pretty much working smart, not hard, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, for the most part, you know, like you got to fall on your ass a time or two to figure stuff out. You
yeah,
know?
for sure.
You know, that
But
was-
also in certain making collabs and like working a certain way, especially in this industry, you gotta work smart. Especially
you have to.
because
No, you have to.
you can collab with somebody and it might be you put your full effort on it and it's for nothing, you know. Sometimes, and I felt that way, especially in the podcast.
Nah, absolutely, man.
Trying to make collab with all these people and it's just like,
Yeah.
damn. At the end of the day, you're like, you gotta know your worth. Too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, especially in this
Absolutely.
industry.
That's a big thing that I'm learning right now.
Yeah,
Especially because
I'm-
I edit a lot too.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, damn,
Bro,
like once you
It's
see the time you
time-consuming,
waste,
man. It's
time consuming and
time-consuming,
stuff,
bro.
it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, is it really worth it doing it for this cheap?
Yeah.
You know, or like just try
Yeah.
to get the guests.
I mean, we talked about that beforehand, you know, how I was like, bro, like, make sure you know your worth because that's time you could be with your family. That's time you could be focused on you.
Exactly.
It's very important that
Yeah.
you value your time because,
Yeah.
you know, And people will take advantage, especially in this industry.
I
Like,
already
oh,
know,
this
man.
guy, he barely coming up. He doesn't know the game like that. Shit, let me just.
I know. It happened to me, man.
Yeah.
It happened to me, you know, like this is how I see it. I look at the glass half full. I would do something because I knew what I was going to get out of it, whether it was something financially or establishing a certain connection that I wanted or needed to make at the time.
Yep.
You know, so there were a lot of gigs that I was DJing for free here and there, and I never really complained about it because, one, I know what I'm signing up for, and two, I got something that I needed out of it. You know,
And that's the key thing right there.
That's the key thing, and it's like if you are doing things off the muscle, off of love, you got to make sure it's worth your time in other aspects besides financially. Because I listen to a lot of Currency, and he always says that, you know, the money's gonna come, like just put the hustle, and the money's gonna come. You know.
Yeah, no, that's really true. Do you think it? And since you mentioned you were a dad, and he's a dad now too.
Hell yeah.
Of a 1-year-old. Do you think that knowing your worth and time, you said like spending time with your family, I think for me it's harder to value that because I'm single and I don't have a kid. Do you think that changed whenever you had a kid?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like now, I even most of my prices went up after I had a kid because that is. I always saw it in that way, like
Chill, Fat Joe. The price of
yesterday's price.
Yeah,
but
not today's.
I was seeing it in that sense of like, how much am I willing to get paid to be away from my family? And that's kind of how I saw it because, you want to be there for every part of their life, but
of course
you got to understand that the bills do have to get paid as well.
Absolutely,
so, it's a balance that you got to try to figure out.
I looked at things a little bit different than like the average dad in this industry because when I booked that Suicide Boys tour, my kid was only 2 weeks old. He was fresh out, and me and his mom split up when he was like 6 months old. So it was already a situation where it was like I was getting for my visitation and stuff like that. So it was a little easier for me to like work around that and figure everything out and accommodate my schedule for him and stuff like that.
No, that's dope. That's dope in the sense of like timing for sure. Like you said,
Yeah.
you're able to lock in because you knew, okay, these other days I'm gonna make sure that I'm with my kid.
And
That's
like
dope.
he's a big motivating factor for me,
Yeah.
And growing up with my stepdad being in the oil field, he was gone all the time, but we knew why he was gone. He was working. He was worked his way up in the oil field and is in a good spot now.
And the oil field jobs are crazy. I have some friends that work in that oil money, and it's like,
man, it's hit or miss though, dude. That's the one thing about that industry, is like it's good while it's good, and then bam, layoffs. Like it happens like crazy. Like my family struggled a lot because of it. There were times where shit was cool, and then we're living in houses that had like duct tape on the windows and shit. It just depended on how where he was at, who was paying, and he eventually like started working in like Russia or something like that, somewhere overseas. Just because like I don't want to say the market, but the industry for that is just so.
Yeah, especially the
cyclical.
oil, bro.
Yeah.
It all depends on the government.
That's
who
why
they're bringing their oil from and all that.
That too.
It changes.
My stepdad was always like, I don't want you doing this shit. Like, go do something else,
Yeah.
No, that's crazy, bro. Because the oil industry, I've never heard of that, to be honest. My friends just tell me it's a good pay, but I've never. Maybe just because everybody, especially
they're young,
when you
don't got families.
especially that. Plus, when you, I've noticed that when you like are young, you never, or even as a person, when you meet them and you haven't seen them in a while, you try to show them that you're doing good. You don't.
Of course.
You never try to tell them the bad
You
stuff.
never know the fine. No one really knows the details until you're in it.
Yeah.
Everything is I don't want to say a facade, but like an image.
Yeah, an image,
everything is surface level.
That is so true. You never start, man. Nothing worked. This
don't
didn't
know,
happen. This didn't
man,
happen.
like,
That is so true.
Yeah, bro,
Nobody
'cause
goes talking about their L's.
You give them the highlight reel.
Yeah, bro, because like even like I've been sick for like the past 2 years, and I never mentioned that to people that I've talked to, like it's like, oh
Really?
yeah, I'm good, chilling, bro, but like you don't mention that
You
you've
don't
been
know.
This or
unhealthy for the
that
past 2
going
years,
on,
I've been doing medical bills and shit. It's like you don't
Yeah.
mention that, bro. You
Man,
try
I hate to
give
hear
it-
that, bro. I hate to hear that shit, man.
Nah, yeah, but it's all good, bro. It's
Way better.
way better for sure, bro. In the beginning of the years, I
Hey,
wasn't
man.
able to travel, you know.
All progress is progress.
Yeah,
Facts.
but it's all mistakes you make in life, bro. That it's like fuck, like I regret them now. But it's like I don't think I would have. I don't. Not that I regret them, but it's like I wouldn't be here if I didn't make those mistakes. You know? So
yeah,
it's like
that's life, dog.
yeah.
Do you ever
all
think
that-
about that, like the decisions that you made that you thought were so small? Now you're just like,
All the
dang,
time.
those were key things that freaking got
All
me
the
to this point.
time, man. All the time, dude. Like it could be
It's
something
crazy,
something
too.
as simple as a fucking Instagram follow changed my
Yeah.
life. You know, like
That's true.
because you know the way I came into booking the shows and stuff, it was all because of Twitter. You know, like I'm a firm believer. Like the young Dolph said, you can make a lot of money on these things, bro. These phones right here,
That's
like,
facts.
and that is the reason that I'm sitting right here. You know, is
Yeah.
because I was just on Twitter, paying attention to the artists that I like to listen to, and seeing who is booking them, and going to the shows, and just peeping game and seeing who's who and whatnot. You know.
No, for sure. Yeah, that's a big thing. And that's why I need. Sometimes I was like, we for sure need to hop on like, on Twitter because it's a big streaming service, not streaming service, sorry, social media platform that I haven't really explored with our podcast. You know.
Yeah.
Usually it's through Instagram. But I mean, I think Instagram it's still more of a reliable source for podcasts.
Oh,
you know?
definitely for the video aspect.
I think
of
Elon
it.
Musk is trying to change that though. Low key, he's trying to implement something where it's a long platform, video platform. Where,
Oh, I did not know that.
because he's been talking about that here and there.
I'm not
And
surprised.
I know he's working on something there.
Yeah.
Now.
You put videos, you could put ads, so I know that motherfucker
Yeah.
thinks
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Especially
yeah.
now that like Tucker Carlson got
Oh,
fired
yeah.
from Fox. I don't know if you know who that is.
Ah, that name sounds really familiar.
He's
I know
the
that
dude
name.
from Fox, the one that always
He was
talks
like the
about.
biggest one. That's
Biggest
crazy
one.
that both got fired. No,
Yeah,
CNN's
CNN,
guy.
Don
and-
Lemon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's sounds
yeah.
some weird shit. Like, damn, both of them from the different networks. Just
Man, I'm like a big conspiracy theorist, dog. So like,
Well, for Tucker Carlson, I think it was because of the lawsuit that Fox just lost
with the election.
with the election fraud and all that.
The machines, right?
The machines, yeah.
oh yeah.
So
I didn't know they actually lost it. I remember hearing about like that they were going on trial for it. And stuff
yeah, they
like
weren't.
that. I
So
didn't know it
they
was
lost
a
the
verdict yet.
$800
Yeah.
something million.
I was about to say it
or
was
some
almost
shit
a
like-
bill, right?
Yeah,
That's
bill. It was close to a bill.
crazy.
But it wasn't. And the crazy part, it wasn't even Tucker Carlson who said all that. Like it was
Yeah.
more. It was the lawsuits were against other newscasters. But I think whoever settled the lawsuit was like, all right, let's settle this. We'll settle at this price, but you got to fire this dude. And Fox was like, all right, I'll take my own this.
Who won? Like who got the money?
The voting machine.
The voting
people.
machine.
Ah.
the
Because
company.
they put they were like pretty much that was a defamation. You know, at the end of the day, you're over here
Yeah.
telling people that our machines were rigged so that the election
Yeah.
was,
Oh,
was
I
fake.
see. I see
Now
the
our
whole
name is
scenario now.
tarnished. You
Yeah.
know, this and that. So
But at the end of the day, Fox lost
Hey.
twice, bro, because
Fair enough,
they
bro.
lost that 800 million or whatever the number is, and then
Yeah.
they went down like almost 800 more in stock price because of the firing
Good.
of
Fuck
him.
Fox News.
Yeah, they're trash, bro. But I mean, at the end of the day, all news sources, every single news
Yeah,
source is bought
man.
by a big corporation.
all
I mean,
payola,
that's
bro.
kind of what the guy that got fired or Tucker he talked about, right? Like it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on, it's the interest of the top ones. You know, it's the ones that control everything. You know,
Whoever's paying the
almost
light
all
bills, man.
billionaires control freaking a press, social media, or whatever. So
Yeah.
That's why that's why I said Elon Musk is changing, or he wants to have some sort of like Twitter be the platform where free
The
speech is
people.
implemented, and also your viewpoint is not shut down by somebody. You know,
Yeah.
you can disagree with it, and you can debate it,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna shut it down.
That's my favorite thing about Twitter is like
Yeah.
I have
Now
freedom
the
on
new
there,
Twitter,
bro.
the old Twitter before,
Old Twitter, man.
you could
bro.
get banned for anything,
they'll
bro.
ban you so fast.
Like for nothing,
Shit,
bro.
Not
Like
me, man. Me and my homies cut up on Twitter. That's why I like it, is because I can be a fucking clown on that app, bro.
yeah, but
But-
you had to be certain smart about talking shit.
Uh-huh.
Or,
No,
or-
100%,
Yeah,
yeah,
because you said
100%.
anything that could be
That fucking AI
offensive,
will pick it up.
and then
Yeah.
they will pick it up, and it just all right.
Yeah, I know.
banned.
I have a lot of homies that lost a lot of their accounts, like big number followers and stuff, and they got suspended or they got their shit completely taken away
Yeah.
from a tweet like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know, like some crazy shit. I kept seeing people post screenshots on Instagram, like lost my Twitter. I'm gonna be on here now.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess I'm on here.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, the people that worked in Twitter, like you saw, Elon Musk cut down to 80% of the employees.
Yeah.
Bro. Like that's crazy. 80%.
Yeah.
Like you lose 80% of your employees, and you still running a business. That means that whoever was working there was not did not deserve a job.
They don't even have enough staff to monitor it like that
Yeah.
anymore. They're like, you know what? There's not that many of us here. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Your thing.
What was the meme that he's like? Elon Musk turned Twitter into like I forgot what it was, but when they put the picture of Twitter before and Twitter after.
Yeah.
I don't think
Like,
I've seen it.
I can't remember the meme, but it was fucking funny because it was all like girls, guys, but like it was more like, I guess woke media, but then it turned into just a bunch of like guys that look like nerds, you know, bunch of programmers. It was just which I don't mind it, bro, because that's the people you want working in that type.
Yeah, of course, it's tech.
Tech. That's all you want.
It's crazy how fucking fast tech is like switching right now with the fucking AI shit.
Bro, I am scared.
What's your thought on
AI.
have you seen like the songs being made?
I hate that shit.
What's your thought on that, man?
You think
Dude.
I think DJing, it's also a big.
I see two aspects of it from a DJ. One,
Yeah.
it's dumb because people are making like, yeah, okay, like I get it. You're making like your dream song, you know, like Usher singing 21 lyrics on a Metro beat or something like that, you know, like some crazy,
shit,
some wild shit. But it's like, come on, man, that's corny, bro. Like that's not your music. That's not your voice. That's not your production that you're playing with. Like you're playing with people's money on that shit, bro. Like I've seen a lot of artists, like really labels actually. I see them talking about it on social media about just like, hey, this isn't cool. We need Spotify to ban these AI songs and stuff like that. And
They're allowed to go
feel
on
that.
Spotify?
Dude, not legally, but they are. Like someone or the
thing
AI
Now
itself.
the labels are stepping in, like you said.
The thing is, I don't think nobody's making money off of it. So it's like, who can you sue? You
on
know?
YouTube, they be getting a lot of views.
You can make a lot. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say, bro. Because if it's on a streaming platform, it had to get uploaded on there through like DistroKid or what have you. You know. So when it's like that, they're getting a check, even if it's just a couple $100 or $1,000 or whatever. You know.
Yep.
But like you said on YouTube too, like those views run up and you make they make money off of that. You know.
Because Spotify and Apple, they just see it as like this song is being streamed. So they're not saying like, oh, this is a Kanye singing, you know, Playboy Cardi.
They just know
benefited
it's a
Spotify
song.
because more streams. Right?
They just know it's a song. you
Exactly,
know?
and pretty much like you said, now because once the money starts getting affected, the record label starts stepping in. That's whenever
Exactly.
you'll probably see lawsuits. You'll probably see all this other shit.
You want to know a fucked up question I asked myself about that the other day? Is it an actual person uploading these songs, or has the AI learned to upload it themselves?
That would be some crazy.
That'd be some crazy.
That's
And you know
fucked
what's
up,
crazy? I
right?
think the head, and I forgot his name. I have his name. I
Head of
literally
what?
just lost his name. The head of Google that was in charge of AI just quit recently.
Oh wow.
I saw that.
And he's the one that
He
Elon
was-
Musk was talking about how Elon Musk, that's why Elon stepped out of the AI
Mhm.
or that group of people that weren't creating the AI because they didn't know the effects that AI was going to have. They
Mhm.
weren't controlling it correctly. And he said, you know what? I'm not going to be a part of that.
Bro said he regrets it.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I read. Bro said
And
he
now I
regrets
think
it.
recently I just saw, I don't know if it's true or not. Shit, don't believe everything we say here, guys.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
not-
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
truly verified, but I'm like 80% sure he quit recently.
Damn.
He quit recently. Google, like the head of Google that is.
Oh no, he did. That's what I was reading.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
did.
article I was reading.
Yeah.
Fucking Twitter, man. I was reading it on Twitter, and he was saying that he like regrets making this happen. You know, like.
And
he
I think
feels
the
like
head,
he's
the
at
people that
fault.
are, the president or whoever's in charge of Google does not give a fuck about that. You know.
It's crazy.
So
I'm not
For them, I
surprised.
guess they just see it as like their bottom line is gonna be more money for them.
More
That's
money
how
for
they
them,
see
man.
it.
More
But
clicks, man.
you know, there is cons to certain things that you do. You know, it's always there's always gonna be consequences to stuff.
Of course.
And it's funny because I saw I think it was Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Whenever the guy, it was a human asking him questions, and then the response was like, you dumb human, I'm way smarter than you. What are you talking about? And it's like, dang, the AI now thinks is like.
No, have you guys seen the South Park episode about ChatGPT?
No, I haven't
Nah, I
seen that.
haven't
shit
seen
was-
it. Was that a recent episode?
Yeah, they were
Yeah, it
quick.
came out a couple months. It came out
I gotta
a
see
couple
that. I
months
gotta see
ago,
that.
bro. Like the shit one was very funny, but really made you think. You know, me and the homie were just stoned watching that, and I was like, oh my god, this is scary. You know.
Have you ever seen the HBO show Silicon Valley?
Nuh-uh.
That's a funny show that I recommend. It's the dude that comes out in the Verizon shows. I mean the Verizon commercials. Skinny dude, white dude, comes out in the Verizon.
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch much TV.
Much TV? No, yeah, I love that show. It's basically Silicon Valley, about the whole
tech industry.
Tech
and
industry.
Stuff like that.
It's about a guy that pretty much creates a compression system that compresses files that are like a terabyte into a fucking megabyte. It compresses it so small that like you can share it through email, through anything. And then he starts off with that. Then there's like a big corporation that tries to buy him off, tries to sue him, all this sort of stuff. So that's the whole show basically. And then it goes 6 seasons. It's a really good. It's funny. I've
always heard of it. I've just never sat down and watched it.
It's funny, and I loved that it's only 25-minute episode. You know, so it's like I'll throw an episode here like before I go to work, and then I'll just go to work. You know,
I just never give myself time to like get into movies or TV series at all.
No, yeah, I love TV series, especially when it comes to HBO. HBO is.
I prefer HBO Max for sure over like any other streaming.
Yeah,
app.
because they choose quality over quantity, bro.
Yeah,
quality. Their way of making shows is like we're gonna make something that's good. I don't think they've ever missed on a show, to be honest. But yeah, anyways, the ending of the show, and I'm not ruining. It's not maybe ruin it for people because it's still funny. You can still watch it. But they ended the show. The last season was they created AI. And the dude that the programmers, they're all programmers that then they're all fucking nerds, all funny as fuck. And then I realized that AI was gonna be pretty much the end of the world until they finally realized it, and they're like they shut it down before they became a fucking $1 trillion corporation or a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And they're like, fuck this. Even if we sell it and we let them take care of it, it's pretty much the end of us. So they just destroyed everything and then started from scratch. Or that's how it ended. Like they just destroyed everything and then didn't allow them to buy it off of them.
Did you guys ever watch the Terminator movies?
Oh, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, they talked about that shit in the 80s, dog. Like, that's how the Terminators came to be, was because of Skyrim, like the AI that they created, and then they just started like making these robots, and then we're fucked.
And there's a conspiracy of like the elite thinking that they don't give a fuck obviously about us, but they can give a fuck about them in ways where like they think AI is gonna solve something within them that they're gonna be able to live longer. You know, AI is gonna figure out a way for them to extend their lives here.
I could see
which could be something that is crazy thought they're having, you know, and they're like do this or that's why they're forcing it, which it could happen, bro. That like
we don't know.
At the end of the day, they're selfish,
happen,
you know,
bro. It's
it's like
it's so
we say,
scary,
it's like
man.
we think about it. We're like, why don't they shut it down? Because they obviously see the consequences. But at the end of the day, in their point of view, is like, oh, we're gonna live longer if AI figures out a way where we can live longer. So, shit, it's gonna be.
We'll see.
We'll
see, man.
Prediction? Do you think we're gonna be living through that?
I think so, bro. I think so because technology moves fast. Like you think about the phones 20 years ago, like the difference of a phone now compared to 20 years ago.
No, 100%.
Or like, you know, technology in general, cameras, the internet, this and that. Like before it was like dial up and all this shit. Now it's like, bro, I used to wait for my videos to load so that my YouTube would play. Like this is like, I had a Android and stuff. I remember I used to watch Naruto. And then it would just like load, and I'll wait for it to load completely so that I could play it, and then it'll play smooth. Now it's like, bro, I get mad if it takes like 3 seconds to load. It's like,
what's buffering?
Yeah,
bro?
like there was no
fucking
buffering.
But I remember the first iPhone I had. It was the first generation iPhone. That shit didn't even have a speaker.
Like that
shit didn't.
bro.
Yeah, it didn't even have a speaker. Like you have to have headphones to listen.
Oh, I don't remember that. That's crazy.
Yeah. I remember it didn't have a speaker. You had to have.
Now we don't even
until like the 4th or 5th
headphone jack, bro.
I know for sure. It's just a fucking charger thing. They don't even throw you a charger anymore, bro.
So imagine 10 years from now, I know for
man.
sure AI and robots and all that shit, bro. Like
we're gonna see some shit.
We're gonna see 10, 15 years.
And the
from
thing
now.
is, for us now, right now, it seems fun and shit. You know, all fun and games with music and all that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about AI and stuff.
No, just Twitter in general.
I am genuinely worried about that shit.
Like anything that I see on Twitter about AI, it's just like, oh, people take it as a joke, you know, right now.
No, and you know,
and
like
it can be, you know, but at this a certain point, it's like, oh shit.
That's just the time we live in. Everything's a joke, bro. Everything's a fucking joke, bro. Like, we're desensitized as hell right now. I had a conversation about that with one of my old bosses at a kitchen I used to work in. We were just talking about like how desensitized our generation and like the younger kids are because everything's at our fingertips. Yeah. You know, like I remember, you know, how old are y'all?
25.
25?
27.
27 or 28. So we're all around the same age. Yeah. I remember back in like middle school, early high school, you know, y'all remember like, not to fucking gross anybody out, but y'all remember like 2 Girls 1 Cup era. Yeah. You know, like all the fucked up videos that were
Olympics.
Yo, yeah, man. You like we were watching that shit as kids, bro. Yeah. And then now, you know, you used to like have to know the right places to go to and type your age in and stuff like that. Now that shit's just on the timeline, man. Yep. Like scrolling, even on Facebook and stuff, bro. You know, like you don't even gotta look it up, bro. Like you see some fucked up shit that you don't even want to see.
Somebody retweeted that shit.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, damn, man. Bro. And then you know we're just like, oh damn, that's fucked up. Ha 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 ha. Yep. Oh damn, that's fucked up. You know, like we're desensitized to it because it's so. Everything's being put in our face like all at once right now. So
even getting like the fucking violent videos, like motherfuckers in Chicago or something like that getting shot, you know, and it's a whole video of them getting shot in the face and shit.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, we see it as nothing,
you know, like used to, you know, you would think like 20 years ago, you see that, you're like, oh man, that's fucked up. I can't look at that.
Did you ever like in high school? I was in high school. I think it was like freshman and sophomore year. Like we used to fucking see. They used to show me narco videos of motherfuckers that would get decapitated and shit.
Yeah, remember that shit? I remember that.
It was a website that you would go and then you would go see motherfuckers get decapitated.
It was like a black website and it was like white letters. I still remember.
And it was always like the motherfucker.
There was multiple, bro. It's just like there was multiple, man. And I remember being just in the middle of class because this is when smartphones started coming out. Or at least phones where you could get on the internet and like actually have a search engine. Shit. I remember I was that kid that was showing the shit to everybody and making them throw up in class. Like
I remember I couldn't eat at school when I first watched that for the first time. I was like, bro, that's
no, dude. I showed a video to some kid in my class and he ran to the trash can and puked. It was awesome.
That's crazy.
That was the fucking craziest part, and now you can see that on Twitter. Just scrolling through Twitter. Nah, I don't think they'll show that. I think they'll block that.
Event that happens, Twitter's the one that will show it for sure. Yeah. Like, I see more fucked up shit on Twitter than anything else. I would say.
I think the only thing that like. Maybe it's still bad, you know, but I think the one thing that was big that Elon is trying to is the pedophile stuff.
Of course, yeah.
That's one of the biggest things that I'm happy he's like fighting through that. Twitter, because Twitter was one of the biggest ones that supposedly like when he got on Twitter there was a lot of pedo.
I believe it. There's just a lot of like fucked up shit going on there in general because it's so fast paced. You know, Twitter's one of those things where it's like your tweets are your thoughts. Yeah. How many thoughts do you have a day? Yeah, you know, like I make one Instagram post like a week. Yeah. And then it's like you get on Twitter and I'll fucking tweet 20 times a day. So multiply that times like 10 million, you know? So it's just there was so much shit going on there that like it's bound to have some fucked up shit in there if you dig deep enough, you know? Yeah. So that's cool that he's cleaning that up.
No, for sure. Also, shout out to community notes, bro. It's one of the biggest. I think that's one of the best things that could have happened to Twitter as well because it allows you to know. Oh, right, is this shit true or is this shit just fucking?
Wait, shout out what? I didn't catch that.
Community notes.
Oh, community notes.
Yeah, like where like verifying if it's the actual post.
Yeah.
Like a fake tweet that somebody tweeted out. Because you know how nowadays they Photoshop the tweet into like, oh, fucking Elon Musk said this or LeBron James said this.
Boss X Sports.
Oh, Boss X Sports, yeah. and now it's like community notes takes care of that where it's like, now you get to click on it and it's like, oh, shit. Let me see if this is true. You click on it and there's community notes down there. This actually did not happen. This was this and that. This is actually facts.
You can actually tell if somebody's either one just clowning or like trying to spread misinformation.
Yeah, because back in 2-3 years ago, so much misinformation was misspread on Twitter, bro. So
like much. The coronavirus, the vaccine and stuff like that. There's still a lot of misinformation. Have y'all seen the fucking, you know, no offense to white folks because I'm half white, but like there's like all these videos of these like old white conservative ladies who are like, I got the vaccine and You know what I'm saying? Like, they're all twitching and
Bro,
shit,
there's
bro.
some that
That's
were
my-
actually faking it, and it was
That's what I'm
funny.
saying, bro. I saw, because I always check the replies. If I see something funny, I'm gonna check the replies,
They always
because I'm gonna
go
find
in.
something funnier in the
Yeah, bro.
replies, bro. And one of the replies that I saw to one of those videos was like a fucking not a therapist. She was someone that works in the medical field, and she was like, what she's saying she has, these are not the symptoms, like at all, you know.
Spazzing.
Nah, yeah, and they
It's
were
like
like,
the I'm drinking Bud Light. I'm really kind of gay.
yeah, stuff like that,
Bro,
man.
it's stupid as fuck.
But
Bro,
the misinformation, man, that shit's like, that shit really is. It's easier to get misinformation over there on Twitter for sure.
And like
so.
back to your point, it's like anytime any big event happens, first thing you see is just memes after memes after memes, and
Exactly,
it
bro.
just takes away the fear and the doubt of like, oh shit, this is for real. Like whenever it was the
Yeah.
war and shit, like with the #1 draft pick,
Yeah,
we're sending
yeah,
this,
bro.
we're sending
We're
Chief
sending
Keef.
LeBron James.
Yeah, bro. I love the
All
ones
this
where they say they're sitting in Chief Keef and they play War by Chief Keef.
or
He's
like
just-
all this dumb shit. You're just like, I guess you don't take it as serious. You just
you
like,
can't, man. And, you know, and I'm like 50-50 about that, because like, you know, clearly we got to take certain things serious, but like,
yeah.
live, you know, cut up a little bit, man. Like, don't be so stressed out or worried
Mm-hmm.
about this or that. Like, you can joke about it a little bit.
Yeah,
you
I think
know?
at the end that you have to, because there's no point of stressing about it, because it's something that's like out of our reach, you know.
Yeah.
Like we're not
Yeah.
gonna do anything. We can't do anything about
Yeah.
it, like Ukraine war or
So
anything like that.
all
It's
we
like,
can
what are
do
we gonna
about it is make memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
And-
make
just
memes
be
to kill the
funny,
pain,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, that's true, bro. Because it's like we can't really do anything about that shit at the end of the day. I mean, shit. Even fucking Biden be getting fact checked every fucking time. I wonder if Trump comes back to Twitter. I'm pretty sure. I mean, Elon Musk's gonna go full into as well, get fact checked on all his shit.
100%.
But I would love to see. I would love to see Trump back on Twitter,
Bro,
bro.
he was
That
funny
motherfucker
on
was-
Twitter, bro.
He's one
He
of the
was-
funniest.
We need ASAP home ASAP.
Like, not even on purpose, bro. He was just
Yeah.
so ironically funny,
Yeah.
dog. Like,
The most recent video was the one that made me. I was dying laughing. Was the one where he was I don't know who was fucking like falling asleep, and then you're like Trump staring at the fucking this from Saudi Arabia. I don't know where he was from, but and you just see Trump staring at him like this motherfucker falling asleep. Huh? It's like, bro, this dude was funny without even trying, bro.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what makes it funnier.
man, I miss Trump, bro. Low key.
That motherfucker right there.
There's nothing to talk about Biden, bro. Like there's like
That's-
literally.
And I feel like that's why they put him in office. It's just like, all right, we got to ease the country after all the bullshit.
yeah,
Let's-
yeah. And, you know, then you worry about, you know, like the real issues, like him easing a little too much. You
Yeah.
know, like, or worrying about the wrong things. But, man, politics are always going to be politics, bro. Like,
Always
I try
awesome.
to stay away from politics as much as
Bro.
possible. I like to clown on politics. That's where I'm political, is the jokes.
Yeah,
For
for sure,
sure.
man. But anyways, let's talk about, because I know you open up for Big X Plug, or you just you toured with him before.
So, I live across the street from their studio.
Oh, for real?
Oh,
Yeah, dude. So one of the, just to give you like the backstory on like how I started working with them is, his managers are this group called Inner Circle.
Inner Circle.
Yeah, Inner Circle.
Yeah, shout out Bubba, Bo, Kyle. Those dudes run the studio, and they run like a managing imprint, and so they started managing him. I've been knowing those guys for the last like 3 or 4 years now, cause y'all familiar with Splurge
Yeah.
from Arlington?
Yeah.
They manage him as well, and his 18th birthday, I was still living in Abilene. He threw a badass show for his 18th birthday. It was like him, Sauce Walker, fucking Peso, Lil Jeremy from Houston, if you
Yeah,
guys know
Lil
who that
Jeremy.
is. You know, is a monster of a
Little
lineup.
baby signed to Lil
Yeah, yeah. They hit me up the day of and were like, "Hey, you want to come DJ?" So I drove my happy ass from Abilene to Dallas, DJ the show, got super tight with them, and then you know, got real connected within this blog that they all work with called Dirty Glove Bastards. They run an interview series called Off the Porch, and
Yeah, I've seen them.
that network, those guys changed my life.
Oh,
Seriously, like, you know, I got the utmost respect for all the DGB homies, like, you know, R.I.P. Pooh. You know, before he passed away, he kind of like he brought my name into their ears, and then they all were keeping up with me on Twitter and started working with them, what have you. Bubba and them started managing Big X, and just from me being over there in the studio, like ran into him, this and that. I booked him in Abilene.
Oh, shit.
I'm the only person that books rap shows back home.
Oh, for real?
Hey,
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do, bro. Become a mogul in your own city.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been doing. Like the whole 7-8 years that I am into this, the whole time I've been doing everything. When it made sense, I went and did it back home as well.
Yeah.
I've booked a number of artists out there.
That's fucking dope.
Big
There's a
X
lot of
was the
youth over
last
there,
one.
too?
Hella, bro. We got
Oh,
three.
yeah, well, it's
we got all the
college stations,
colleges,
yeah.
and we got like 5 high schools too. You
Oh,
know,
shit, that's
including
great.
like the main high schools and then like your secondary schools.
That's
shit like
main.
that. Population's like 200,000 out there, not including the college kids.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Cause I you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they include the Air Force people in the census either. So, might even be like 300,000 if we're keeping it a buck. It's fucking big out
So
there.
that's a
now.
market. Yeah, that's all that you gotta take it. Or you're taking advantage of it. You know.
Nah, yeah.
That's dope that
How
you're
has
doing
the
that.
shows gone? They sell out or they're
Dude,
pretty good?
it has been a crazy journey with the shows back home over there in Abilene. You know, the first ones that we did back in the day, I booked like 21 Savage, Young Dolph, Maxo Cream, all financial L's. Like the shits did not make sense at the end of the day as far as like ticket sales compared to like how much those artists needed to get paid and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I booked Maxo Cream out there in 2018, you know, so he was already pretty known. 20 people came.
Really?
Shit like that, bro. But that's why I took a break from booking shows myself for so many years. I got tired of taking L's back home, you know?
Yeah.
And then I just like learned more, and then bam, about a year, almost 2 years ago, I want to say 2 years ago now, the first artist that I booked, like when I was like, you know what, let's book a show out there, me and like, you know, one of my current business partners that me and him do everything back there in Abilene. We were like, let's bring Tay Money out here, because I was getting real cool, you know, like Kyle Cannon's one of my best friends.
Oh,
You know, that
Kyle
dude.
got the can.
Yeah, that's my brother, bro. Like, me and him would do anything for each other. So it just made sense to bring Tay out there at the time.
Tay Money, you said? Oh.
Yeah. That was the first show that we booked in Abilene that was in the green. And we're like, you know what? Let's do this again. And, you know, so we did that. Last year, I threw a big birthday party. My birthday's in September. And so we were like, let's bring an artist for a birthday party. And we were like, let's throw a throwback party. We booked Mike Jones. And we were like, okay, what can we do?
Who?
Yeah,
Mike Jones.
exactly.
Bro, my coworker always gets me with that shit, bro. 'Cause
Always.
he always like, we were talking about something, and he's like, who? And then I always fall for that shit. He's like, Mike Jones.
That fool lives in Dallas. That's how I got.
Oh,
that's
shit,
how I got
bro?
plugged in with him, bro. Because
Oh,
my
shit,
boy
that's
Mecca
crazy.
Jackson, he, you know, he told me.
Yeah, Mecca.
Yeah, and he, you know, he introed me to the manager and stuff like that. So we booked him for a 2000s party/concert, and the venue had a gigantic parking lot. So we were like, what can we do in this parking lot to bring, you know, because with shows that I book, I like to give people an experience.
Yeah.
It's not just you pay for a concert ticket and you see this rapper and a couple openers and go home, you know, especially over in Abilene. Like, I try to wow them. And
Yeah.
so we threw a car show.
Nice.
And
That's smart.
we had like 4 food trucks pull up. We had like 10 vendors that set up outside. You know, the concert itself was 18 up, but outside was all ages. So, you know,
That worked out.
venue capacity, we sold out like 400. And then including that 400 that were in there with the people that were outside enjoying the car show, I'd say we probably had like 800 people, maybe 1,000.
Damn.
You
That's
know?
such a smart.
So that you changed your strategy in like booking the banners, and it's good that you took that break. Because if you wouldn't have taken that break, you probably would have kept taking L's.
I would have started hating
Yeah.
this shit.
What would you say was something that you switched up and you're just like, okay, because you mentioned those are big artists, 21, Maxo, this and that.
Yeah.
What switch was it? Just like, you know, or explain to me what did you do different?
I realized that as a promoter, you can't just post a flyer and expect people to come.
Okay.
You got to really put the work in to get the word out for that concert, because even if everybody does know that rapper,
Yeah.
not everybody knows they're coming to their town,
Okay.
you know? We thought we could just post a flyer with the ticket link and keep resharing it every couple days. Like, you know,
Yeah.
our audience wasn't that big at the time whenever we were taking these L's. So it was like, we're only showing it to the same like fucking couple hundred people that are following us
within y'all circle.
Yeah. And then and you know, another thing that really helped me was you know, I love my city and I love the support that I have from it now, but they didn't take me serious for years, bro. Like back when I was doing the Suicide Boys thing, didn't nobody know who the fuck Suicide Boys was from Abilene.
Yeah.
So it's like I wasn't getting booked, you know. That's why I was coming out of town to do stuff. Like them fools didn't like necessarily, they didn't see my vision at first, and they damn sure didn't know the artist I was working with, you know.
You had to prove yourself, and
I
now
had to.
it's like, oh, that's our boy right there.
I had to, man, and you know, and I accept it with open arms, bro, because it's like, you know, I can't be mad that they didn't take me serious. Like, you know, I went to school with all these fools. They didn't know that I was gonna do what I'm doing now, or you know, I didn't even know I was gonna do what I'm doing now, you know. So I didn't just prove it to them. I had to prove it to myself that it's like I can go to these bigger cities and I can make the connections and this and that. I'm big on like posting fucking everything on Facebook just so people back home can like see a little bit of my life and like what's going on and like live vicariously through me. You know?
Yeah, that's cool.
And
bro.
I guarantee you, you're motivating the youth coming up that
No, I am.
damn, he's from where we're at. This shit is fucking possible. Like the names, the things that you're doing, the venues selling out, this and that is like
man.
that motivation. Seeing somebody that's from where they're from is a different drive.
And I have people tell me that every day when I go out there in Abilene, you know, because I'm still there a lot because my son's there, my family's there. You know, I'm there literally like every.
How does
other
that
weekend.
feel whenever you hear stuff like that? Like you're literally building now the new foundation.
It's cool. You know, I love it. I'm learning how to like, not necessarily avoid those conversations now when I go home, but it's like I'll film myself a little too much, you know. No, for real. Like you know, I'd go out and like, you know, the homies are all buying me drinks and you know giving me all. You know, I got comfortable. I use that better than feeling myself. I got comfortable and was like, oh man, I made it. You know, like at least back home. You know. And so one of the things that like really like kind of kickstart me back and like made me realize like, hey, like I'm not just like looking cool to these people, like I'm actually like changing some people's lives. My boy Paxton back home, he's a dude I grew up with. I played football with him. He's a teacher now back over in Abilene.
Nice.
And we had a mutual friend pass away a few months ago. And when I was in town for the funeral, you know, I hadn't seen bro in years, you know, maybe like I was already doing the DJ and stuff last time I saw him, but you know, like I said, people were like, oh, you still doing your little DJ thing, you know? But, you know, he came up to me at the funeral and he was like, hey, bro, like, I talk about you in my class. I was like, what? And he was like, you know, he told me that he had this girl in his class that wanted to pursue music. And she's like, like, I'm from Abilene. Like, I can't do anything like that. And he was like, well, I went to school with a guy that's like, doing this and that, you know. And so he pulled up my Instagram and was showing his whole class. Wow. And they saw that Erykah Badu followed me, and that alone made them like trip the fuck out. He said that they lost their shit over that. They were like, he's from Abilene, he knows Erykah Badu and Savage and da-da-da. Like they're going crazy over it, man. And so he told me that like he uses me to like motivate his kids and shit. And that changed everything right there for me. I was like, I gotta go harder.
Facts.
I gotta go harder, man.
Damn, that's dope. That's dope to hear.
It's a cool feeling. It's a cool feeling for sure, man.
the before you say you still doing your DJ thing, bro, I hear that, bro. The amount of times I hear that you're still doing your podcast,
your little podcast thing.
Yeah, bro.
And like you said, like it's different once they see that, like, oh shit, this shit's really working. It's like it's for real. The tone even switches like
100%, bro. You can't be mad though.
Yeah, you can't be mad.
Take that shit with open arms.
Like,
you gotta take that shit with open arms, but you mentally know it for sure.
Yeah.
I know who was really believing in me from the jump, and I know who hopped.
And that's
on.
when I took it personally. Michael Jordan, Game 7. No, bro, but yeah, I mean that's a mentality you gotta have, bro. You just gotta use that as motivation, you know. You don't gotta you gotta feel discouraged or anything like that. I've never felt that way, you know. It's always just gotta keep moving on. And especially social media, bro, because a lot of guys, people in general like to comment behind the scenes of what you're doing and stuff.
100%, bro.
Man, but it's like,
man.
at the end of the day, bro, I just laugh it off. I'm so happy that I nothing ever gets to me, bro. Like, I don't think there's ever been a comment to that where like it hurts me or like it actually affects me mentally. Like, I'm like, I just laugh it off, bro. It's just funny to me,
bro. I used to argue with people.
For real?
Like, I had to stand my ground over there in Abilene because people would be like, I'll never forget. There was this guy that I didn't necessarily work with him at one of these kitchens, but this dude helped me get that job. You know, so he was still like tight with the staff, and he'd be there. He'd be like at our Christmas parties and shit like that. You know, we were at a fucking Christmas party, like a work Christmas party, and when I was working at this particular steakhouse was when like this was like late 2018 to like the beginning of 2020 when I was working there. That's when everything kind of started rolling. You know, like I was really getting more momentum. I wasn't taking people's shit. And there was this guy that I worked, that, you know, that guy that I was telling you about, he made a slick comment. He was like, DJs just push play. Like, y'all aren't even really up there doing anything. And I tore into his ass. Like, and plus my manager at the time was also a DJ. He did like weddings and quinceañeras and shit like that. But he clowned on him for me. He was like, I bet if he got in front of our turntables, you wouldn't even know how to push play.
Yeah.
You know, like kind of, and we just like both clowned on him for the rest of the night and stuff like that. But that was one of those things where like I realized like, man, like he doesn't even know anything about this. Why am I mad?
Yeah.
He doesn't even know what the fuck
He didn't even listen to rap music for that, you know? Like, why am I so mad about this shit? And so over the years, I've like slowly started giving less of a fuck what people say, you know?
I think, to me, the only reason it doesn't affect me is because I grew up in a Mexican home, a real Mexican home where it's like, you get roasted by your parents all the fucking time, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Same,
like,
man.
like your mom puts you down on your dreams as much
Like,
as
shut the fuck up and do this.
do this,
For
like go the
real,
right way or
man,
do everything.
yeah.
It's like, at the end of the day, you learn how to cope with that, with those negative thoughts or those negative comments. And your honestly, it's like I don't hate my mom for doing that because it
Motivates you.
it not motivates. Well, yeah, motivates you, but also gets you ready for the real world. That's one big thing where like nowadays kids don't get that type of criticism from their parents. They just get on the tablets or they give them what they want, and once they're in the real world, that's why so many young kids get offended nowadays. It's like,
and it hits them harder.
And it hits them
It
harder.
does,
Yeah,
bro.
they take their L's way harder because they never took that L as a kid. They never got offended by their own family.
They never got shot down.
They never got shot down. And bro, that's the real world. At the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck about you in the real world. Like, you gotta build on for yourself. You make connections, friendships at the end of the day, but everybody's looking out for themselves, and nobody's gonna care about you. And that's one big thing that now I think the new generation is not getting that when they're growing up, and it's crazy to see.
They think everything should be handed to them. You know, not all of them, but like a good
not all of
chunk,
them.
you
Yeah,
know, like I see, especially like young dudes that I see coming into this music scene and stuff like that. They're like real gimme, and it's like, dog, I don't know you, like.
Yeah.
But at the
We
end of the day,
just
yeah, they'll learn eventually, and either it works out for them or they end up crashing down. But the ones that put the real work in it, the ones that work smart, they're the ones that are gonna grow up. Cause not everybody makes it out here, you know.
No, I like to observe. I'm a big observer, bro. Like I'm a bit firm believer that it's like I don't know everything, so I gotta be a sponge. You know, I got to. Good and bad, you know. I gotta watch what people are doing good, and I gotta watch what people are doing bad, so I don't make those same mistakes, or vice versa, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. I get what you mean, bro, big time. Cause that's the one thing with my little brother. He just turned 14. That's the one big thing that I'm always on his head, cause he's very hard headed when it comes to that. Especially in soccer, sports in general, and everything that he plays. The coach calls him. He has a nickname for him. He calls him Cabezón. Because, like, he doesn't fucking get it through his head that, like, he needs to listen to what we're telling him because...
He thinks he knows everything.
He knows everything. Especially in that age. Yeah,
that
bro.
age, bro.
Yeah,
from
man.
13 to, like, 17. It's just, like, they think they got the world figured out.
He starts talking back to me. I'm like, bro, you have not lived life yet, bro. You have
gotta
so much
realize we don't know anything, bro. Like, we know the surface of what we're digging towards.
Yeah. And I tell him, I was like, even now, like, you see me telling you this advice because I know what you're going through, but even now I still don't even know everything, you know. I'm still learning from other people that are older than me. some might give you bad advice when you're older, but at the end of the day, you still got to listen to it because you never know later on. You're like, oh shit, this guy told me, and maybe I thought he was wrong at the moment.
You gotta take everything with a grain of salt.
Yeah, a grain of salt. Yeah, exactly.
For sure, man.
Let me ask you something, bro, because I'm a big. I don't drink as much. I'm always mostly sober when I go out, especially nowadays. You know that I've gone through some health problems, but I still like to go out. You know, I still like to enjoy music, hang out with friends. That's one big thing about me.
For sure.
So pretty much what keeps me, I guess, happy or enjoy the going out at night, especially because I don't drink, is the music. You know.
Absolutely.
And I've gone out to places where sometimes the DJs are just complete trash, bro. Especially at clubs, man. And I'm like, dude, how does a DJ?
Remember they played the song 3 times.
Bro, there was this one time where we went out for his girlfriend's birthday. We're not even gonna mention the place, bro.
That DJ, bro, they played
the same playlist
what
for
is
like
it? Dog ass.
Yeah.
They played it like 3 or 4 times, bro. 3 or 4 times at the club. We're like,
that's crazy,
bro. We've heard it like 3 or 4 times. It's the same rotation.
That's a big no as a DJ,
like,
bro.
Bro, and DJ is, I think, in general, I think it's 80% of how the vibes is gonna go, bro. Yeah. I think so. In general, me.
It just depends on who's DJing. You know, that's a big chunk of it, though.
Well, y'all control the vibes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You control the whole environment.
But you also got to know what these people want to listen to, what they want to listen to, not what you think they want to listen to, what they want to listen to. I feel like a good DJ is gonna play at least, like, if it's a spot that he's not at all the time, or he, whatever. They need to really they need to read the room. Yeah. You got to read the room and drop something, look around, see if they fuck with it. If they're bobbing their heads, drop something kind of similar. Keep going. Oh, they're not bobbing their heads anymore. Change it up, you know, like, oh, they all just got off the dance floor. Change it up a little bit, you know. Yeah. You kind of got to figure out what works in each room.
Have you ever had... Is it annoying for a DJ for people to go ask a song for them?
That's a big debate. That's a big debate. I'm 50-50 about the request thing. Okay. Most of the time I'm gonna say no, but if they ask for a good song, hell yeah. Okay. Yeah. If it's good,
so it depends on the song.
Yeah, bro. Like, no, I will not play Taylor Swift. I just played some Young Boy. You want me to play Taylor Swift? Like, that happened to me one time, bro. Like, in Fort Worth, I was DJing over at Curfew one night, and
we're not even gonna say the race to be racist, but we already know what it was. Oh, was it?
Oh, you know who's gonna come ask for some Taylor Swift. You know exactly who came and asked for that, and I said no, and she was appalled, bro. She was.
What do you mean, no?
Like, what do you mean, no? Yeah, I said, this is my job, dude. Like, if I play that, that's going to kill I was nice about it. I was like, if I play that, that's going to kill the dance floor, and that's my job at risk, so I can't play that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just to please one person.
Yeah. I was like, you want some Fergie or something? Like I'll meet you halfway, you know? Oh, that's good. That's good.
Nah, but that is one big thing, bro, because, like, sometimes I go out and DJs at after clubs that are in Dallas, and I'm like, bro, some of these DJs do not deserve to
the
be
best
DJs,
advice I can give you is finding a DJ that you fuck with and just seeing where they DJ every weekend.
Yeah.
The DJs are the tastemakers, man. You know, if you follow them, if you find a couple DJs that you know go hard and play music that you like, go wherever the fuck they're DJing at and support them.
Is there there's no copyright when it comes to DJing, right?
Nah. I mean, as far as like live DJing, no. Don't quote me on that when it comes to like dropping mixes and stuff like that. I haven't dropped.
Not dropping mixes social media wise, but just in general, like at a club.
Like at a club? No. It's free range, man.
Bro, then why the fuck do these DJs always make reggaeton music and trap music into fucking EDM, bro? Like, that's the biggest pet peeve I have, dog. Like, I'm like, it's getting to the best part of the fucking reggaeton song. And then,
because everybody,
get the fuck out of here, bro.
Everybody wants to put their own twist to it. And I respect that if it's good.
Yeah.
If it's good, you know. But
it's hard to make a reggaeton song into an EDM song,
well, bro. I mean, I'm just not big on EDM. I like house. I love house. You know, I love... You guys familiar with Selection at all? You ever heard of Selection or like Joe K? And
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, because I got into house music for a little bit after the Drake album dropped. I got into a lot of house music, so I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
They're a big platform that have a lot of DJs like Kaytranada and stuff like that. Like house is hip hop, R&B, askew. Okay. Latin kind of remixes, but not fucking like like, you know, like shit that you're gonna hear to rave and stuff like that. Like, that's not my bag.
There's a scene for everybody, for everything. You know, if there's a rave, then I get it. Fucking play that music all the time.
That is not this. Bro.
But you're getting twerked on by a girl. You're feeling her and shit. Yeah. This fucking reggaeton song goes into boom. It's like, bro, I'm not gonna jump up and down. Bro. I'm trying to get twerked on, bro.
Nah, dude. So
that's my biggest pet peeve.
The main thing I would say with that is just like. Just pay attention to the DJs, man. Yeah. Because odds are they've got a different spot every night of the week that they go to, or, you know, they're here at some spot for a few months and then, you know, they get a better deal over here, so they switch over there or what have you, you know. Yeah. I will say that like bottle service clubs and stuff like that usually got the worst music, man. Like,
for sure,
for
bro.
real, like.
For sure.
Except for Citizen. I like Citizen a lot. I was there last night with Wayne and them. That shit was tight, bro.
Yeah, bro. Wayne was there. Ryan Garcia, too, was there, right? Or was that the night before?
I was with them, bro.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
I was
Shout
with
out
them
to, I don't know if you know Fidel, too.
Fidel.
He's a promoter.
That sounds really, really
I have him on social media.
Yeah.
A-list promoter.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one, I think he's the one that owns A-list.
So, like the Fuego guys?
Yeah,
like,
Fuego guys,
I used to DJ over at Area 111.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for a little while. That was like my first introduction, you know, being Hispanic. I just do hip hop, you know. That was my first introduction to like DJing at a spot that was like Latin and hip hop. I had a lot of fun over there, man.
Is it do you DJ any Hispanic spots right now?
Not really, man. I'm sticking to the concerts right now. I haven't really been doing many clubs lately.
If you do get into or you get a gig where it's like Hispanic, I would say I don't know if you got into Corridos Tumbados recently.
Of course, man.
But that's the biggest right now.
Oh,
right now they're fucking booming.
Right now you put any Corridos Tumbado and everybody's gonna know that.
Any Peso Pluma's gonna go
crazy.
Any Peso Pluma's
bro.
gonna. I've been getting a lot of requests for that, like almost as much as Bad Bunny.
Really? Oh yeah, bro. Peso Pluma right now is as big as I don't. He's not in the level of Bad Bunny, obviously,
not yet, but
he's building up for sure.
His rise is as equal as Bad Bunny's rise was.
Absolutely.
And we were just talking about this before we even got here. Yeah, we're watching the game, and we're talking about how Corridos Tumbados, for a while, and even in Mexico, the most of the chart was taken over by Puerto Ricans. Colombians, because of the land trap, the reggaeton scene. And that was only because, and this is my hypothesis on it, was that it was more of a, or theory on it, sorry, is more of a, because there was a generational change in Mexican music, where the young people, it was mostly corridos, but like the old school corridos, you know?
Of course,
And the most thing
and
that
like
was
Tejano and stuff like
that.
that.
Yeah, the Tejano, and I think the music that was mostly played in Mexico was more banda. That was like the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Past previous years, it was just banda. That was the main.
And they were stuck.
And they were stuck in that. They were stuck in that. There was no generational change. There was nothing that the youth could relate to. Unless it was banda and you had to be in love to listen to that shit or hurt.
Hurt for sure.
To feel that type of music, you know? But there was nothing like for us to wild out, you know, to like feel that shit, you know?
There was no fun music coming out. That's where like, you know, like your Puerto Rican artists and everybody else in the Latin community was like really eating because they're coming out with the fun music.
Yeah, and I think Peso Pluma was, and he talked about it in the interview where Natanael Cano, Junior, those were two of the biggest artists that really changed the tone and make it that generational change. There's also, and I was watching this because I was reading an article about like how the Corridos Tumbados started, and the article was talking about the history of corridos and all that, and then they were mentioning the Breaking Bad. Remember the scene where it's like they're singing the corrido of Walter White and shit. I was like, oh shit, that was the kind of like one of the first times that you heard like a corrido where like a new generation.
Put it in everybody's face.
Yeah. and what's it called? Yeah, putting that into like Natanael Cano was pretty much one of the, how do you say it, the mogul or the
I would say he was probably like one of the real like, you know, first to break into it because like, You know, you look at I was whenever we're talking about it, I was telling him that what Peso Pluma is going through, it reminds me of how Bad Bunny came in like 2016, 2017. Because
you either loved it or hate it.
there was a big shift of
Reggaeton
the
to Latin trap.
reggaeton to Latin trap. You know, you had your Daddy Yankees, Don Omar,
yeah.
and then, you know,
Yeah, like Anuel and
now
shit like that.
Anuel, Ozuna, Bad Bunny came through, and it's just like a freaking different wave. And that's
Yeah.
kind of similar what's happening with the Corridos Tumbados and just Corridos in general. Just, you know, you had Peso Pluma, Gavito,
Natael.
Nata,
Junior
Junior,
H.
and it's cool, like they're collabing as well with the ones
Yeah.
that have been established, so you don't get that envious as much as like
and you know what's another artist? Shout out to all my my OG Mexicans that are gonna know this. Espinosa Paz. I don't know if y'all ever knew who
Not
that was.
familiar, man.
He was one of the biggest, bro. He was. I was growing up in middle school. That was his music was the shit back in the day, you know. But he's one of the first Mexican artists that started talking about the collabs, because back in the day, Mexican artists did not collab
They
for
didn't
shit.
want to,
Yeah, it
man,
was
yeah.
always like, we're doing our music and that's it. And now the new generation is way different now. Now they're using each other to collab with different songs.
Yeah.
They use their own fans to become better. And that's one big thing that Espinosa Paz would always talk about how, why the fuck do we not collab with other artists, Mexican artists, because at the end of the day, we're going to benefit from each other.
You know what's crazy? Like
And-
the first... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
So, like, the first group or, like, Hispanic record label that I saw really doing that is it Rancho Humilde?
Rancho Humilde, yeah.
Dude, like, they have a monster fucking lineup, and they all work with each other, you know?
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
And, you know, and I watched, like, my homies back home in Abilene were showing me, like, their vlogs and stuff like that. And, like, these guys are living like rappers, bro. Like, I feel like that's another thing that's, like, that generational thing. It's like they're living the lifestyle that people want to see. They're living the stuff that, like, you hear in, like, American rap music. They're talking about it in their music. They're just talking about, like,
In
you
Spanish.
know. Yeah, exactly. You know, like...
guitars.
with guitars
That's
and bass and stuff, bro, and tubas and shit on stage, like, but they're talking about, like, making money and getting women and clubbing and the cars and the jewelry and stuff like that. Like, I feel like that is one of those things that helped it traject the way that it is because that's our generation, you know, like, no matter where you are, like, any I know more Latinos that listen to rap music than, like, you know, like a lot of, like, white people that I grew up with and stuff, you know. And it's like I feel like we're in a real day and age where, like, Latino music and hip hop are, like, very meshed. At least that's how I see it.
Shit, I mean, you look at recently where it went viral on Twitter where JOP, Fuerza Regida, where they were playing after once their concert was ending, they were playing Chief Keef in Chicago.
I saw that. Yeah.
It's like,
I think those are the guys whose vlogs I was watching.
Fuerza
Bro.
Regida,
they're dropping vlogs.
And that's because most of those guys grew up in the American lifestyle, you know, California. They understand the lifestyle. Even Peso Pluma, like, most of the stuff he follows or he likes it's all culture, American culture, you know. NBA, fucking Twitter,
the
fashion for sure.
The fucking Pushaisi mask.
Yeah.
And it was bound to happen. I was telling my girl this because she was like, "Damn, like the corridos just came and just kind of took over," and I was like, "It was bound to happen because I keep up with music a lot. So, like, in the underground scene, 2020, 21, and 22, there was a lot of small artists and grupos. They would drop, like, bangers, like, good ass songs. But they weren't consistent. Like, a grupo, you'll hear about them, like, once or twice, and they'll drop a banger, but they just didn't stay consistent. But now you see the new artists, like, they're actually collabing and, like, they're actually on the billboard and shit like that. So it's kind of funny how, like, the underground you do get to it first, but then you take, like, there's a new artist that really comes through the light and then just takes it more, like, mainstream.
You know, but talking about that, you know who also we didn't mention, and they actually kind of, like, blew up a lot with a lot of big songs, but then just kind of died down with Corridos Tumbados was Tercer Elemento. Tercer Elemento with Chris from Cali too. He was big too, and I don't know what happened with the group. I think it got separated. Chris is now his own artist. But he was another big artist that I think they even had beef with Nata, that Nata was stealing his whole style. Because Chris was way before Nata started. So we got to put a shout out to him too, because he did actually was one of the first ones with Corridos Tumbados with Gerardo Ortiz. When they dropped that fucking, what's it called? The Abilene Shows.
You couldn't even understand. He was literally like.
Yeah, he had
like
his braces, his.
Oh damn, it's like that.
Yeah, he was super young. People can make
It was
fun of him.
a mumbo corrido.
Mumbo corrido. I didn't start dropping stuff like that in my DJ sets until I started working with the A-list guys.
Oh, for us?
Yeah, dude. Because like
and this was recently.
About a year ago. Yeah. It was last summer, bro. And he specifically told me, he was like, "Yo, you gotta drop corridos in here." I was like, "What?" Like, I listened to that at the barbecues with the family and shit like that. Like, they want that in the clubs here. He was like, "Oh hell yeah!" Like, especially like when it's like last call and everybody's about to go home and stuff, bro. Like, they singing their hearts out, bro.
It's funny because
cool,
every single time, bro,
already in the
that's when Mexicans or Hispanics shine, bro.
Yeah.
Because like I'll shout out my African American folks, my black folks that like all my homies too when we go out with them and shit. And then like they play those songs, bro. They just look at it like, damn. Like,
like they're feeling that shit.
Yeah, but they fuck with it too, you know.
It's cool seeing other cultures enjoy it.
Yeah. The only thing I regret, you know, it's like, and I tell them, I was like, man, I wish y'all could understand what the song is saying, you know.
Then you'd understand like why.
Sometimes we don't appreciate that. We know those both languages, that we can appreciate the hip hop. And we can also appreciate the Spanish music.
I barely know Spanish, bro.
Oh, for real?
I only know Spanish from music and working in kitchens.
Oh, damn.
Like, my dad, like, you know, my dad and my Mexican side of the family, like, they've always been around and I've always been involved. But I think my grandparents, so I'm like third generation. Gotcha. My grandparents grew up in a time where, they were taught to just speak English all the time. Yeah. You know, and so... My dad barely knew any Spanish. He knows way more than I do, but my dad like never took the time to teach us. And you know, I'd ask like, "Yeah, why don't I know this?" You know, and he never really gave me an answer. But then I started talking to my grandpa and you know my uncles and stuff like that. They're like, "Yeah, like we'd get like fucking shunned for speaking Spanish at the grocery store. Like people look at us in disgust. So we didn't want y'all to feel like that."
And that's understandable because for my girl. Like her brothers, they're also like third generation, and same thing. Like they understand Spanish here and there, but they can't speak it at all. Like straight just English.
You throw me in a kitchen, I can. You throw me in a restaurant, I can order my food, or if I'm working, I can for sure. But casual conversation, not gonna happen.
Bro, I'm a first generation. When I got brought from Mexico, and I still struggle sometimes to speak Spanish like perfectly. And
it makes me feel a lot better.
Happens because
I saw that meme. They're like, "Damn, it sucks when I can't even speak either language, English or Spanish."
Like, sometimes I get stuck in the word, and I can't even think of the word in Spanish or English. I'm like, "Fuck," because you get mixed in here, like your brain trying to figure out what's the English or the Spanish version, and then you just
who am I talking to?
Making up words and shit.
Yo no sabo, bro. Nah, but yeah, man, that's something big. I mean, and it's sometimes it's easier also to your parent to talk to you in one language than talk to you in both. You know, it's gonna be difficult to start teaching somebody both languages at the same time. Right?
Well, my family would talk to us in English, and then you know, because all my cousins around my age can't really speak very much Spanish either.
Yeah.
And they'd only talk in Spanish when they didn't want us hearing what the fuck they were talking about, or if they were talking shit. You know, like that was the only time we heard them speak Spanish. Yeah.
Now my mom understands English and stuff, but she still talks to me in Spanish every single day.
Dope.
You know? And so I stay. That's why my Spanish still is good.
Get that practice.
I get that practice in. She's the only one I practice Spanish with. Other than that, I don't speak to anybody else in Spanish. I mean, I work sometimes, but it's rare, you know.
I've been thinking about like downloading Duolingo or something like that. Like, so
that'd be dope, bro.
Well, I feel like you know, like one, it's my heritage, so I want to be able to speak it, but like also just from the music business aspect as well. Like, I want to. You know, I don't want to just book rap concerts the rest of my life. I want to book everything I like. Like, I'm about to jump into country music.
Hell yeah.
You know, like, just on some other shit. But it's like, why not jump into Hispanic artists and stuff, too?
And Hispanic artists, bro, the market is...
They sell out everywhere they go, bro. They sell out everywhere they go, man. There's Corrido concerts in Abilene, like, every other weekend, bro. Like, that's how I gauge everything to see, like... Because if Abilene's doing something, that means all the other bigger cities are doing it on a bigger scale. Yeah. That's how I see it.
And
they always do.
This is not even throwing shade at African American people or white people, but when it comes to concerts or somebody spending money on artists,
Well,
sport events.
We're in Texas, bro.
Sport events or anything like that, Mexicans or Hispanics in general spend their money, bro. Like,
Yes, they do.
They fuck with you.
Yes, they do.
It might be their last $40 on their paycheck,
bro.
but they'll
We
spend
go.
that
I
for
talk
the ticket to go see.
I talk to people about that a lot because I know y'all know my boy Smooth Vega.
Yeah,
Smooth.
And I watched his interview with Bun B, and Bun B said that shit. He was like, if you've got the Hispanic fan base, you'll never lose.
Yeah.
Because those motherfuckers are loyal to shit that they like.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's fact.
That's why Big X is eating the way that he is, bro.
Oh, yeah.
When we had him in Abilene, we had about 700 people. For one, that's like the biggest hip hop concert ever in Abilene.
Damn, 700 people you fit in there? That's crazy. That was a big
Mhm.
venue,
That's
or it was.
And the venue fit 1,000, you know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we almost sold out. But
That's still
like even back when we did Savage years
700 is
ago,
still
we had
even-
like 650. So now that we had like 700, like that was like, okay, this is cool. But like I'd say like 50% of the crowd was Hispanic.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
sure.
shit. You would go to a Young Dolph concert here, bro. It
Bro,
was like
yeah.
Same
50-50.
thing,
It
bro.
wasn't like
No,
majority blacks. or majority
literally,
black. It was
bro.
50-50.
Literally, that's what it is, man. But it's like, you know, look where we're at. We're in Texas, dog. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if you're anywhere from here to California,
Florida.
we're here,
We're
man.
here.
You're gonna see us.
All the major
bro.
cities,
we
Hispanics
popping
are.
up like crazy.
All the major cities, the Hispanics are a big part. Like Chicago,
Chicago,
bro.
yeah.
The first time I went to Chicago, I was mind blown how many people were speaking Spanish in that bitch. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
Like,
Chicago's crazy. Man. It's
you
Spanish,
know?
bro. Shit. Well, New York is more of a. It's still his land, but it's more
There's a
like
lot of
Puerto Rican.
Dominicans.
Dominicans, yeah, a lot of Dominicans.
They
over
get mixed
there.
in. They get confused with it. They're African American with everything.
Yo,
and they start
for real.
speaking to you.
Oh,
with
yeah,
the-
papi.
Oh yeah, papi.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Never mind, bro. You know, you understand everything I said, bro. But yeah, man, that is one of the biggest points that we always talked about Hispanics being. Once you get the
It's a big
Hispanic
market.
community, it's a big market that
It is,
that
bro.
a lot of people should definitely explore, especially artists, bro.
Yeah,
And if you
100%.
make a Hispanics love you, that's big, bro.
Mhm.
But anyways, any shows that you want to promote or anything that you have anything coming up?
Man,
you would wanna-
we just announced a tour with Boldy James today. If y'all are familiar with Boldy James, he's part of Griselda, with like West Side Gun and Benny the Butcher.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's been dropping multiple albums with The Alchemist over the last like 3 years.
Damn, that's
Oh, shit,
You
that's
know,
crazy. That's
he's
dope.
been on a lot of
Alchemist.
he's been on like every Alchemist tour the last like year and a half. He was on tour with Action Bronson. Dude's been around forever. I'm a huge fan. That's why I'm stoked to even be on the tour.
man.
We got that going on. What else?
Do you
can I actually
you say
talk
you just
about?
strictly do concerts right now, right?
I'm not gonna say strictly because like I'll go do whatever, but I have way more fun doing it, man. Like
Yeah.
concerts have always been my bag.
Well, the
and-
Welcome to a Rodeo is a certain set that you have here and there, right?
So
Where-
Welcome to the Rodeo is my branding
Mm-hmm.
with like everything that I touch. So if I'm the one that's booking the event, we're gonna use
that
that,
brand.
as the branding. Like Welcome to the Rodeo presents.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the first one I ever did was in Houston, and it was it was the name itself was a concept that I'd been holding on to for like a year or two. And I just never really knew what to use it as. You know, it originally started out with like a T-shirt idea, and from there I kind of just held on to it. And then there's this spot in Houston called Rabbit's Got the Gun over on Hogan Street, where super Latino community. You know, downtown Houston, like heavily Hispanic populated area.
Alright.
And those dudes book me like every time I go to Houston. But the first time they booked me, they were like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You know, like they had a food truck too. So they let me take over. I took over the food truck and was in charge of like what DJs I wanted to bring out and shit like that.
Nice.
And so I was like, man, I need to call this something. Like I want to call this event something. And I was like, fuck it, welcome to the rodeo.
Yeah.
And then coincidentally, it was also the first weekend of Houston Rodeo Month.
The rodeo.
Oh.
So it just like all kind of fell into place. And the only reason I booked that shit, y'all familiar with Trapaholics, the DJ?
Yeah, yeah.
That's like my brother.
Oh,
Oh shit.
He hit me. And,
Trapaholics.
yeah, real trap shit. And so me and him have been working with each other for about 4 years now. And he was like, hey man, I'm gonna be in Houston on these days, can you help me get booked? And I was like, fuck it, let's just throw an event. And that's what it was. And so ever since then, we've been using that branding for like anything that I book or, you know, what have you. Just started building up the social media presence like 2-3 months ago, I would say, because I was like, well, if I'm going to use this name, it needs to have its own account, you know? So now I'm working on merch and all kinds of stuff for it right now, man.
You're going to throw events here in Dallas too as well?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, I mean, Dallas has always been... I put a lot of emphasis on Abilene just because...
That's where you're home.
Yeah, you know, that's home. I'm the only one doing it over there and shit. Over here in Abilene, or over here in Dallas, I've done a lot of events over the years. I just didn't use the branding until the last few months. It's always just been like, you know,
fairly new.
Like one of the things that I've always done with over the years with these shows that I've gotten booked on is I helped other promoters get plugged in with the rappers.
Oh, okay.
Like I built my network up, you know, from DJing all these big shows with all these big artists, and then like I got plugged in with their management, and then somebody else down the road was like, hey man, I saw you did a show with so and so. You think you can help me book them and I'll book you to DJ? I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. You know, that was like my formula for like 4 years, and that shit got me on like some big stages with big artists.
Nice.
Damn.
That's crazy.
And how could the people reach you? Where could they find you on?
Social media, it's just at DJ Kimblee on everything. At DJ KIMBLEE. You know, same thing on everything.
No, for sure, bro. And well, that's like you're like the first DJ that has their name set, you know, like as their at name. You know, it's not like you have to fucking create a weird username.
Like the real DJ Kimblee or
the real
something
shit.
like
you have
that.
To put some crazy shit. It's like DJ.
I went straight into it, man. All my social medias used to be Call Me Kimblee, but I like 4 or 5 years ago, like I deleted. I almost gave all this shit up. I deleted all my social medias, everything, bro. And then, you know, it was. Am I taking up too much time on this now?
No,
okay, cool.
Keep going.
So it was all. I was dating this girl, and she didn't like it. You know, she didn't even really like rap music. And two, she'd come to my events.
The girl is about putting you down.
For real, bro. And like she'd come to my events with me. Like I'm DJing these shows out of town and stuff like that. And she was older than me, so she thought she knew everything. She was like, "There's just a bunch of fucking little girls at your shows and stuff. Like, is that what you like?" Like, like she was weird about it, you know. And then so finally, she was like, if you don't delete your social medias and give this music shit up, like we're done. And you know, I went for it, bro. Like I was like, all right, you're right, you know, da da da. And then I just got tired of it and was like, hey. Actually what it was some homies of mine. I had booked a show with some friends.
I thought you were about to say you started listening to Future, bro.
I was already listening to Future, man.
You know what, she belonged to the streets.
Fucking so I had booked an event, and then I agreed to like give all this shit up, and I told my friends, and I was like, man, I'm sorry, but I'll help push the show. Damn. I'll still, you know, like I still had Facebook at the time, so I was like, I still, you know, it was a local event back in Abilene, so I was like, I'll still push it and hang flyers up with y'all. Like, it's the least I can do since I'm backing out of this, and I'm like essentially the biggest one in this situation, you know.
Yeah.
And one night, you know, I like had to ask her permission. I was like, hey babe, can I go hang flyers up with my friends?
You're
like,
at the lowest
I promise
point,
I'm not gonna DJ. I promise. I owe them. And you know, she was like, oh yeah, whatever, go ahead. And like we're going and putting flyers on people's cars outside of the clubs.
Yeah.
Not even stepping foot in there. And she's like, got my location. She's like, what are you doing at the club? Da 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 da. I was like, I'm out here putting flyers on people's cars. And she's like, fuck that, we're done. Da da da. So we go home and argue, go to sleep, go to work the next morning. We're still arguing via text. And this is something that resonated with me for the rest of my fucking life. She was like, if you have anything to do with that music bullshit, no woman's ever gonna want you. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna pack my shit up and leave when I get home. And just got right back to it. And I used that shit like motivation, bro. You know.
Hell yeah,
rest
bro.
is history.
Rest was history for real, bro. Like, 'cause like I said, I was this close to like really giving it all up, bro. I almost did it, man. I almost did it, and I'm I'm so glad I like stood up for myself in that situation, you know.
That's when you become the top G. Look
Yeah,
at
for real, man. For
top
real,
G all
man.
day, bro.
For real.
Nah, bro, because girls can be devious, bro, and
Yeah.
they're controlling at some times, and guys don't realize that nowadays, especially. I feel like we're more awake on that, but shit, it's always been like that, you know.
Nah, definitely, man.
But
like,
you like you said, you still have to make sure you put your foot down and be like, this is what I want to do. This
is my life.
This is what I'm
You
gonna
know?
do it.
I didn't have any kids with her or anything like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, you don't have any like real leverage over me other than the fact that you're older than me. You think you know everything.
Yeah.
And you're a hairdresser. You have your career.
Yeah.
I didn't have mine, you know. Like, I was still trying to. At the time, I was like still essentially falling on my ass, like figuring it all out. And I'm sure part of it came from a good place, but most of it was just her being a bitch.
Yeah. And insecurity
I hate
too,
to
bro.
use that word, but that girl sucked.
Yeah, I mean, it's insecurity as well, because she sees the amount of attention, not attention, but just in general, like your
real.
surroundings.
Women being at the shows, bro. That was a #1 argument. She was, and like, these girls had exes on their hands and shit. They're young, you know, it's all age concerts. And she's like, that's what you're into? It's like, no, they're fucking paying. Like,
they're customers.
They're customers, bro. Like, they're all the way in the crowd. I'm all the way over here on the stage. Like, why are you upset? You know, like, it was just weird. It was just an insecurity kind of thing. And I feel like that hinders. I've seen that hinder a lot of my homies. You know,
shit, I've seen that, bro, big time.
You
Dude. A
know,
lot of homies.
like, and especially
Shit, we used to have 3 guests. I mean, we used to have 3 hosts.
No.
Shout out to the 3rd host. You know, he didn't make it today too. He was supposed to be here, but
hey, it happens.
I'm gonna send him
man.
this clip, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna send him your story, bro. He's like, put your foot down.
Yo, for real, bro. Like, if I hadn't done it, and you know what's funny, bro? Like, when I told her that I was like gonna come home and pack all my stuff up, she had my shit ready for me on the porch. I was like, bet, like you did all the work for me, like. But she was that pissed off, you know, like. And it's funny now because, you know,
she lived in Abilene, or
yeah, she eventually moved. She lives somewhere out here in the Dallas area. I couldn't tell you where or what the fuck she does or whatever, but I know she's gonna eat her words one day when
for sure.
When I work with The Weeknd. That was like the only like hip hop askew kind of sort of artist that she was like obsessed with. So like one of those things, and that sounds petty, I don't care, but like one of my bucket list things is to work with The Weeknd one day just to
fucking get it, bro. And you know,
you'll get it.
1,000% she still checks up on you, bro. Trust me, bro.
Nah, well, I don't care, you know.
Yeah, no, like,
if she does, that's cool, you know. Like, fuck yeah, I hope you're eating your words, but it's like I do it for me at the end of the day.
Yeah, you do it for
know?
you, bro. Because if you're working with The Weeknd, that's big, bro.
Oh yeah,
think,
of
and
course,
then
man.
The Weeknd, I think one of my favorite reactors to music. He has John Denton. I don't know if you know who that is. A YouTuber. He reacts to a lot of music. He was one of the The Weeknd shouted him out on Twitter and shit about.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
He dropped, and he's like one of the only YouTubers that The Weeknd has ever like actually shouted him out, acknowledged, you know, and everything. And I think only him, because he is a producer too as well. So when he talks about, that's why I love seeing his reactions. He's the only one that I see reactions, is because he generally hears the music and the sound and everything. So when he explains it or reacts to it, he explains everything in that song, you know. It's not only like the lyrics, it's also the music, the bass, everything. So that's why I love to see his videos, and I think that's why people on Twitter, whenever the Weeknd interacted with him and everything, and it was like
started taking
if there's somebody that's gonna get a shout out from The Weeknd, I'm glad it was him, you know.
Yeah, and I'm sure his numbers skyrocketed after that, bro. Like, that's a legendary.
He was already big. I think he had I was close to 500,000 on YouTube, but he has been blown up more.
I bet he's way over $1 million now.
Yeah, for sure, bro. But anyways, man, it was good talking to you, bro.
Yo, thank you.
You know what's crazy, bro? You look so familiar now. Now that you talk about it, because I think Michael G has posted you a lot on his story, right?
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, when I saw you when you were coming in, I was like, damn, he looks familiar as fuck. So that's why before we sat down, I looked at your followers. I was like, does he follow Michael G?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, that's where you look. That's where I recognized you from, bro.
I met him because my very first pop up I ever did with the food.
Oh, for real?
Very first
Did you go to his pop-up, the Peruvian pop-up he had?
Man, I wanted to real bad, but I was on the road at the time, man.
Yeah, me too. We had I think we had an event or something to go to, and I just couldn't make it. I'm like, fuck, I missed it, because I love Peruvian food. It's one of my favorite foods.
Man, I haven't had it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, one of my mom's best friend is Peruvian, so like every time and she lived right across my elementary school, so if I would just after school, I would go there and eat. And
That's dope.
So I fell in love with Peruvian food, bro.
That's dope,
One of my
man.
favorite food.
Yeah, he's the reason I even want to try it. Like, I see all the stuff that he posts. And
Yeah, bro.
he's even been to my aunt's house and cooked for her and my uncle. Like,
shit.
and I wasn't even there. You
Yeah, he was
know,
surprised
like,
when we were in high school, and I told him about like the food I had eaten, like Peruvian food, and he was like mind blown because he was like, to him it's a small culture, you know, not a lot of people know it.
Yeah,
So when I
yeah.
was telling him the food that I had eaten, he's like, what the fuck, you know, all this food that I grew up watching. I was like, hell yeah.
So he was
bro.
like, come to the crib, man.
Yeah, bro, but man,
But
yeah, man.
yeah,
shout out to
seriously, I
Michael G.
appreciate you guys for having me on here.
Nah, for
this
sure, man.
this shit was
Thank
cool.
you.
How was
bro.
it?
Thank
How'd you like experience your first podcast, bro?
It was cool.
It's not gonna be the same with everyone, bro. People been telling
Nah,
us that
for
it's
sure.
like, it feels like more of a conversation with us.
100%. And that's what I was hoping for. You know, that's
yeah,
definitely,
sure.
definitely what I was hoping for. Cool ass experience
Yeah,
overall.
bro.
You guys are dope.
Appreciate
You guys
bro.
are dope,
Appreciate
man.
you.
Thank y'all.
All right, bro.
All right, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification, get notified whenever we drop new videos, and we out. Peace.
Peace.